Hey guys, it's Brielle here, and I'm going to be showing you today how to do this super easy New Year's Eve glam look. To start off, I'm mixing MAC's Strobe Liquid Lotion, the original one, and also mixing that with Anastasia's Hydrating Oil. And then I'm going to be spraying my face with Mario Bedescu's Rose Water Spray. And then to prime my face, I'm going to be using Smashbox's Photo Finish Primer Water. For my brows, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Brush in the number 7B and using Anastasia's dipbrow in Granite. I always start at the bottom part of my brows and then I fill in upwards and then I fill in right where I want my top to be. Once again, using another Anastasia brow product, I'm going in with the duobrow powder and also Granite, and I'm just going to be filling in just to show some definition in my brows. Using Urban Decay's Skin Concealer, I'm going in with the shade Fair Neutral using Anastasia's number 18 brush. And I just love carving out my brows because it always gives me that really nice, sharp, defined look that I'm always trying to achieve. Now using MAC Camille from Anastasia's Highlighting Duo Pencil, I'm using this to prime my eyelids. Now, I just got this camera and I have no idea how to focus on like really close-up products, but you'll see that throughout the video, so I'm just going to have to explain to you even though I did try to show you. I just use Makeup Geek's Mirage eyeshadow, and right here is Makeup Geek's Baby Face, and I'm putting those down as transition shades for some other eyeshadows. Now using Becca Cosmetics Gunmetal Stack, I'm going in with the shade Assimilate, and this is just going to be like a really nice transition color that I'm just going to keep building. And as you can see, I'm building it up and blending it out. And I really wanted to do a halo look, so I'm going to be putting Assimilate also on my inner corner and my outer V. I'm just going to be building up that color as well, and then I'm going to be taking a brush and I'm going to be blending it out. Now to really add into the halo look, I'm using the shade Industrial from the same Melt Stack. And I'm just going to be really layering that right on top of where I put Assimilate. And once again, I'm going to be blending that out. Now using Urban Decay's MoonDust palette, I'm going in with the shade Granite. And I'm going to be spraying my brush with MAC Fix Plus to really make that eyeshadow pop on my lid. Now to darken up the halo look, I'm using Ulta's Blackout eyeshadow, and I'm going to be putting that on my outer V and on my inner corner once again. And I'm just trying to really blend that right into the other transition color that I laid down. Now I'm using Eylure Dramatic number 202 eyelashes, and this brand is literally my favorite brand of eyelashes. Like, they're always just so perfect and always just fit my eye almost like the way I really want it. Like, I normally don't ever have to trim them. To prime my face, I'm using Benefit's POREfessional. And because I have pretty dark under eyes, I'm using Becca's Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and then to correct once again the redness of my acne, I'm using NYX's Green Concealer. And I'm just going to blend that out with a beauty blender. I've been literally obsessed with It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. This is in the shade Light. And literally, like, I just feel like my under eyes are completely, like, taken away, which is exactly what it says that it will do. But I also use this for my acne because it's so thick and creamy. It just really is, it really just has such a nice coverage to it. And using the same beauty blender, I'm just going to be blending that right into my skin with a patting motion. For my foundation, I'm using Maybelline's FIT Me Matte and Poreless foundations in the shade 110 and also 120 because I like to mix them together and it really gives me that nice like yellow color that completely corrects the redness of my skin. To get that really nice skin finish, I always pat my foundation into the skin and I pick up any excess liquid with my beauty blender. To highlight my face, I'm using Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Fair, and once again the Urban Decay Concealer. And I'm just going to be highlighting everything that I really want to stand out in my face, which is underneath my eyes, on my chin, my cupid's bow. I always highlight my smile lines, the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. And I'm just going to be blending that right out with my beauty blender. To contour my face, and I've been so unbelievably obsessed with these, I'm using Anastasia's Stick to Flawless foundations in the shade Fawn in Shadow. And the reason why I'm using two different ones is because I use the darker shade to contour my cheekbones and then the lighter shade to contour my forehead and along my jawline. And you really want to pat your contour into your skin so you don't mess up the base of your foundation. To carve out my cheeks, I'm once again using Urban Decay's Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm just running that right underneath where I really want that sharp contour line to be. And I'm going to be blending that out to soften it a little bit with my beauty blender. I'm setting underneath my eyes with Ben Nye's colorless powder, and I'm just going to be patting that right into my skin for almost like a baking effect, but not like too intense. And I also like to bake right around like my lips too. I'm setting my foundation with Bobbi Brown's Nude Finish Illuminating Powder, and then contouring my face with Makeup Geek's Love Triangle Contour Powder. And the reason why I'm using another powder on top of my cream contour is because I really like my contour to be very sharp and dark, just because I really like that contrast with my very pale skin. Now using Anastasia's Contour Kit in light to medium, I'm using a little bit of a darker contour shade to really hollow out the cheekbones. And also I'm going to be putting it right on the corners of my forehead, just to like define them. Now I'm going to be using a little bit of MAC Cosmetics Cheeky Bronzer. I'm going to be applying that right on top of where I just put the powder contour. And a little bit on my forehead and on my chin and along my jawline, just to really like make my jawline look a little bit thinner. And my camera died like right in the middle of filming this, so I didn't really show you how I carved out my cheekbones, but I used that same Ben Nye colorless powder with my beauty blender, and I'm just carving out my cheekbones. And now I'm using Morphe's M164, which is my favorite nose contouring brush, to contour my nose, and as you can see why, it gives you that very nice, precise contour. And I'm going to be using those same eyeshadows that I used on my lid right underneath my eye. Instead of just wiping away the colorless powder, I always like to really buff it into my skin and right into my contour. I got this blush as a gift from MAC, and I have absolutely no idea what collection it's from or what the name is, but I'm using that as my blush. I'm sorry, that's like absolutely no help. And for my highlight, I always start off with spraying Mario Bedescu's Rose Water Spray, and for my highlight, I'm also going to be using Artist Couture's Cocoa Bling. And I always apply a very heavy highlight because I always love just looking like I'm glowing, or like really I like to say that I look very obnoxious, but I just love that effect. like I said, I'm pretty obnoxious, so I'm going to be repeating the exact step again just to really, really make my face blinding. And I'm using that same highlight with a very skinny brush, and I'm just going to be applying that right underneath my eyebrows and on the inner corners of my eyes for that very nice highlighted look. Using Anastasia's Metallic Luster Liner in Liquid Silver, I'm going to be lining my waterline. And I'm using my fave mascara for my bottom lashes. I'm using Benefit's Roller Lash Mascara. I'm telling you, this is my favorite mascara I've ever had, and I've tried a lot of mascaras. Now I'm just wiping away any excess foundation or liquid that I had on my lips from doing my face, just so I can have a nice clean base. I'm using two NYX lip liners to line my lips. I'm going to start off with using NYX's Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Subversive Socialite. And then right over top of that, I'm going to be using NYX's Normal Lip Liner in the shade Burgundy. For my lipstick, I'm using Black Moon Cosmetics Purgatory Liquid Lipstick, and I'm just going to be going right over where I line my lips at. And I'm really into a glossy lip right now, so I'm using Sephora's Starlight Lip Gloss, and it's just a clear lip gloss that has like really defined glitters in it. And using the Anastasia 18 brush, I'm just going to be carving out underneath my bottom lip just to really sharpen it. To set my face, I'm using Smashbox's Photo Finish Primer Water. I'm going to be spraying that all over and letting it dry. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment underneath the video of what you thought, and I'll see you guys next time on my next video.